This should be a really somber video. Obviously the news out of Las Vegas is terrible. Late Sunday night or early Monday morning, there was a shooting, the deadliest mass shooting in United States history now. Allegedly, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock was in the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Casino, bust out a window with like a hammer and opened fire on about 22,000 concert goers. It was like a music festival, like a country music festival. And during a concert, he just opened fire from the 32nd floor, kind of across the street, and 59 people now dead. It is about 5:30 Monday afternoon, Monday evening, so 59 dead, over 500 injured. And it's just an awful thing to see. It's an awful thing to watch the videos. And anytime these tragedies happen, Pulse was the worst mass shooting in United States history before this, and that was awful. To watch human life eliminated so quick for no reason. One man, for whatever his motivation was, and we don't know because he killed himself before police got there. As of this video, there's absolutely no motive. There's absolutely no reasoning. He was, according to his brother, he belonged to no hate groups, no terror groups. He wasn't a violent guy, had no past charges. He was just a retired old man who liked to play video poker, and that was about it. And that guy single-handedly murdered 59 people and injured over 500. I mean, it's crazy what someone can do, and it's crazy the forms that evil takes and how consistent evil is. Humans are really good at advancing technology and advancing medicine and advancing everything, everything at all. I mean, look at the past 10 years. 10 years ago, I didn't have a computer in my pocket like my phone is. 10 years ago, the internet wasn't like how it is. 10 years ago, the world was totally different, but evil existed. And now 10 years with all this advancement, and here we are, evil still exists. And so the questions really right now shouldn't be, well, should they sell these weapons at stores? The questions really shouldn't be, well, should there be tighter security in hotels? The questions really shouldn't be that. The questions really shouldn't be, should we label him a terrorist or not? There really aren't times for questions right now. Right now it's time to reflect, and it's time to know that 59 people are dead, and 59 families lost a loved one, and 59 souls were taken prematurely by just a crazed lunatic. We can clear up some things, some questions that people obviously have, some things that people say. Is he a terrorist? Well, it's pretty simple. A terrorist is someone who uses intimidation or violence to push a political agenda. That's it. That's the bottom line. Has nothing to do with your skin, nothing to do with where you came from, nothing to do with the clothes you wear, nothing to do with the tattoos you have. Real simple. So we can fill out this together. Did he push a political agenda with violence or intimidation? If he did, he's a terrorist. If he didn't, he's not. And that's it. I mean, that's as easy as that really goes. The conversation of why aren't we calling him a terrorist? Why aren't we saying this? Number one, I think it's too soon. I hate when people push political agendas or push their own agendas or any kind of opinion like that. They use a tragedy to try and influence. I just think that's the saddest part of it all, really. I mean, I think that's something that shows kind of the worst parts of humans and the worst parts of our society, where we're so used to this news and these tragedies that someone that quick can say, well, 59 dead, shouldn't have sold those in stores. Well, 59 dead, guess we'll call him a terrorist. I think that what we should do is we should be in shock, and we should be in awe, and we should be hugging our loved ones and realizing how precious life is, and realizing that no matter what's going on in the world, no matter who's kneeling at a football game, or no matter anything like that, there is evil, and life is incredibly precious. And at any given time, people can lose it, and people can lose loved ones, and tragedy strikes. And I know that's what it's done for me today. I know today a lot of my day today has been incredibly somber and incredibly gray. It's been a lot of thinking how minuscule we are and how fleeting life is and how fast death can come and how fast death does come and how unfair life can be. Why did this 64-year-old man do this now? Why did this concert? Why this concert? There's a lot of injustice that you feel right now with tragedies like this, or tragedies like the Virginia Tech shooting, or Sandy Hook, or Pulse, or why this night? Why when this person was there? And I can't even imagine how the family feels. I can't imagine how families and friends of these people, these victims, how they feel. And that's all I can think about. I'm not thinking about silencers used on the gun or security at the hotel. I'm thinking about how quickly these lives were taken. And right now, we don't know why. Right now, we don't have a reason why. Right now, Stephen Paddock hasn't given any investigators or anyone a reason to why he did this. He left nothing behind. It's just destruction and bloodshed left behind. And I know we can't stop the media and agendas and stuff like that flying around. I know Hillary Clinton, I saw a tweet today. Her tweet was about silencers, like silencers on guns, which he didn't even use. And she was saying that people ran when they heard the gunshots. What if he had a silencer? And then what would they do? They would just be sitting there taking bullets. And I'm thinking, right now, you could have stopped at condolences are with the family, period, stop. And that second part about the silencers, that can wait. I'm sure if you asked, when I used to work in the media, when I used to be a reporter, I remember I'd have to call families who their kids just had car accidents, or there was a freak accident and there was a death, or the kid was arrested or something, or I say kids, I mean teenagers. And I remember thinking, I don't want to write this story. I don't want to do this. I don't think the family should have to answer these questions. Why should the family have to answer my questions in the worst day of their life? Why is the worst day of their life news for everyone else that moment? Can we just give them a second? I feel a lot of the same way now. And, I saw a lot of reporters and stuff like that on Twitter or Facebook saying, anyone from our area, if you're in Las Vegas, please reach out to us. And I'm thinking, God, it's been 8 hours. It's been 8 hours for these people who are just running for their lives, or lost family members, or lost friends. And you want them to answer questions by some reporter? I never got it. And that goes into a lot of this agenda thing, this agenda pushing, which I guess is what this video is all about, really, because we can't say too much about the incident that hasn't already been said, and no new news has come out yet. So I can't just speculate on a motive, or I can't speculate on a reasoning, or if he's part of a terror group. All I can say is I think in moments of tragedy, in moments like this, I think it's very important for us to kind of reconnect with human beings and why we're here and who we are and what makes us good and what we can do. And a lot of the times when there's this much evil, this much unquestioned evil, this much just pure disregard for human life, the only thing you can do is remember and act the good in human life. Live your life the right way. And that's what these moments do for me. They make me look myself in the mirror and say, are we doing things right? You don't have an unlimited time. You don't have unlimited resources to live. You're not going to live forever. And obviously, with stuff like this, it can end at any minute. So I guess don't waste time. Don't waste time. Don't waste your family and your friends, and live better, I guess. And but it is a very difficult time. It's incredibly hard. My heart breaks for the family members and friends of the victims, and of course, even the family members of this guy. I don't know why he did what he did, and his family members sure as hell don't know why he did it. And his family members, there was an interview with his brother today. They reached out to his brother, and his brother gave an on-camera interview, and you could tell he was just broken. You could tell he was destroyed, and it was a kind of a jarring thing to see, because you're seeing this brother, and he shares the last name as now the most infamous mass murderer in United States history, and his brother's asking the same questions, like, I don't know why. I don't know why he did this. That's not my brother. I don't know why. And that was hard to watch. All I can say now is hug your loved ones. Live life the right way. This should be a really somber video. Obviously the news out of Las Vegas is terrible. Late Sunday night or early Monday morning, there was a shooting, the deadliest mass shooting in United States history now. Allegedly, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock was in the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Casino, bust out a window with like a hammer and opened fire on about 22,000 concert goers. It was like a music festival, like a country music festival. And during a concert, he just opened fire from the 32nd floor, kind of across the street, and 59 people now dead. It is about 5:30 Monday afternoon, Monday evening, so 59 dead, over 500 injured. And it's just an awful thing to see. It's an awful thing to watch the videos. And anytime these tragedies happen, you know, Pulse was the worst mass shooting in United States history before this, and that was awful. You know, to watch human life eliminated so quick for no reason. You know, one man, for whatever his motivation was, and we don't know because he killed himself before police got there. As of this